Welcome to another episode of Correct Me If I'm Wrong. My name is Marcus, and I'm here with the lovely Candoria Leaire. Leaire, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
It's been a minute, man. How you feeling?
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. How about you?
I'm alive. Same old shit, different toilet. That's how I go. I'm alive. I can't complain much. And even if I do, who really gives a shit? You know?
That's not true. Don't say that.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about people complaining. You know that.
Some people do. That's
Who?
not true.
Who cares?
Your family, the people that care about you.
Do they really? Do you think they really care for real, or they're just like,
No, I think they really care.
when
Not be nothing they can do about it, but that doesn't mean they don't care.
eh, I'd rather not complain because I feel like people don't give a fuck.
Mm.
I can vent. I'll complain to your ass. Even though you might not care. You make it seem like you give a shit.
Cause I do. Shut up.
But anyway, everything is cool. Anything new going on? It's been a minute since we did a show, just me and you.
It definitely has. I got a lot going on. Just trying to get back in the swing of things after having a baby. Mm,
And how old is your baby now?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, like I was telling you before, that shit went fast as hell to me.
It did not. It did not.
That pregnancy flew by.
It did not.
Maybe not to you,
Yeah,
but
it was rough.
I'm like, damn, she here already?
And see, I still wasn't ready, but now that she's here,
You ain't had no choice.
that's true. That is very true. But now I feel like it's going fast.
Yeah, because you be talking about my baby is growing up, and I'm like, what you think she was gonna do?
I mean, I knew that, but I just don't think I realized how fast.
Rolling over and shit now.
I know, doing too much. She about to have abs. She trying to set up. Yeah,
Not abs though.
for real.
But yeah, man, I don't really have much going on. Still working, slanging them packages. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Yeah, it's a living, I guess.
I
I'm
get it.
tired of it though. I don't want to do it anymore.
What happened? Used to love it.
I like it because the schedule is flexible.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I work by myself. Nobody's micromanaging me, so I do like that.
What's the problem? Your ass old.
Yeah. So I got chased. I mean, for the people who don't know, if this is your first time listening, back in September, I got chased by a dog. I had to run from the dog. This was like a week before my birthday. You know what I mean? So I got chased by a dog. It came between. It was like a little gap in the fence. So walked up to me. I didn't think it was gonna do shit. So I just kind of stood there, and the motherfucker bit me. So then I had to run up the steps on these people's porch where I was delivering to. The dog chased me up the steps. So I had to hop off of their porch, over this railing, off their porch. That's when I broke my ankle, when I jumped off the porch. Then the crazy thing is, the motherfucking dog jumped off the porch after me.
I'm sorry. That
So
ain't
now, so now I have a broke ass ankle. I jumped into the yard that the dog came out of, and now the dog is back in that yard because it chased me. So now with the broken ankle, I have to hop another fence to get away from the dog.
it's absolutely terrible. And the worst part about it is you ain't even get no compensation for that shit.
I mean, I did. I mean, if you wanna say workers comp,
No, no. I would have needed pain and suffering. I got PTSD now. Like,
so
did you just get chased again the other
I
day?
did.
That's what I'm
I got
saying.
chased again. So
You didn't
this
tell him.
this one was even a little scarier though. This time
But you ain't even tell him.
I didn't tell them because what the fuck was they gonna do?
I don't know, but y'all gonna do something, motherfucker.
No, they're not gonna do shit. But let me tell you what happened. So this time I go to a house. The driveway is pretty long. I wasn't sure if there was a place for me to turn around, so I kind of parked the van in the middle of the driveway. So you know what I mean. I could just back
Hmm.
out into the street with no problems. Um, so I do that. I park. I walk up. They wanted their package delivered to the back of the house. That's what it said in the note. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll deliver it to the back door. So I walk up. Usually, what I'm saying, when you start walking up to a house or whatever, dogs, they're pretty good at, smelling you, hearing you, whatever the fuck it is that they do, and they start barking or whatever the case is. So I didn't hear anything at this time now that I'm at the back door. I'm like, okay, cool, no dogs. So I drop the package. I take a picture of the package, and I'm starting to leave. Now, as I turn around to leave, here come two dogs. But it's like they don't see me at first. You know what I'm saying? It's like they know I'm there, but they don't see me. So I'm like, shit, what the fuck? Because now I see them. So it's like it's two of them, and so the way that I had took, dropped the
Were they
pack,
big dogs?
they were decent sized dogs. They weren't big as the dog that bit me when I broke my ankle. But they were pretty decent sized dogs, not too big, not small. They weren't like my mom's dog, you know what I'm saying? They weren't like that. Like I wouldn't have been tripping about nothing like that. So they kind of had me like cornered. So like where I dropped the package off at the back door, it's not like I could have run that way because that's where the house was at. So one was like to the left of me, one was to the right of me, and there was like really nowhere for me to run for real. But I'm like, fuck it, I don't know what to do. Um, I'm just gonna run. So I had to like sprint past these motherfucking dogs, but they're chasing me at the same time. So my old ass, you know what I'm saying? I start running, and I'm like fuck, here we go again. So I'm running, but this is downhill, back to getting to the van. The driveway was on the hill. So I'm running, and as I'm running, I'm like, fuck, I'm running down this hill. So I had to like hop down the hill a little bit. And my plan was to jump and just keep running. You know what I'm saying? Not like land on both feet. It was like to land on one foot and just keep it moving, keep running. Well, my old ass fucking fell.
I'm sorry.
So I jumped, you know what I'm saying? I fell and I like did a like a little tuck and roll type joint, you know what I'm saying? Scraped my elbows all up and shit, you know what I mean? So now I'm on the ground. But I'm on the ground for like a split second. I ain't on
Bleeding.
huh?
Bleeding.
Yeah, but you got talking to the mic a little bit.
You're bleeding.
Yes, I am bleeding now. But at this time I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I just know that, I'm pretty sure I scraped my elbows up. That was it though. But like I said, did like a little tuck and roll joint. Now I'm on the ground. I try to hop up as fast as I can, but the dog's like on my ass as I'm on the ground. And I'm like, shit, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers about to tear my ass up. But they didn't. So I was able to get up, hurry up and swing the door open, and hop in the fucking van. Now I check my elbows and shit like, yeah, I'm bleeding. I'm leaking a little bit. So I see the dog clearly, and it was licking on the ground. I'm like, oh, that dog's licking my blood up. That's pretty. Yeah, that's what the dog was doing, licking my blood. So, I kind of get my shit together a little bit. I had some napkins in the van, I had a bottle of water, trying to clean myself up a little bit. Mind you, I'm like halfway through my route. I'm not even like close to done with it. You know what I mean? So I had to go the rest of the day all scraped up and shit. You know what I mean? But there was there was no point in telling them motherfucker because what they want you to do for real is, and I think that Amazon should change this. There should be a better defense for against dogs.
There should be, but also it could have been a note put on that address like there are dogs here.
Well, a lot of times what they do is they'll have in the notes dog on premises. So most of the times when we see that, like if we have to go into like say a gated yard or something like that, like you may shake the gate a little bit or make some kind of noise just to see, if there's
But that didn't say that.
it did say in the notes, dog on premises.
Okay.
But again, most people have their dogs in the house. You know what I mean? Some don't.
Especially well, if you waiting on a package, they tell you your package is out for delivery.
Correct. And so you would think, but some people might not be home, and their dogs are just free to, they might have an electric fence, and they just have their dogs free to roam. Now, what I think personally is, I believe there was somebody home, and they let these dogs out on my ass on purpose, just to be like, hey, you want to see something funny? I mean, that's how I really felt. Now, did that really happen? I don't know. But back to what I was saying about Amazon, what they want you to do as far as defending yourself, I mean, we can't have pepper spray or any type of weapons. Now I know people do have, knives, pepper spray, guns, and all of that type of shit. But there's going to be consequences if you use those. You know what I mean? Especially on somebody's property. You know.
I
Now
don't
if it
understand why. I'm
because
literally
Amazon has they have a no weapons policy. Like you're not allowed to have weapons. And it's basically so they're not liable for shit. That's what that is.
that's ridiculous. So I
What
could get bit and can't even protect myself.
correct? No, well, how they want you to protect yourself is what they want you to do is shield yourself with the package.
Okay, so what if it's an envelope?
Exactly.
And then it's multiple
Yeah.
animals at this point. It's not just one.
Like I said, when I'm going through the situation, the second
The
time,
package is already on the porch.
correct. I'm walking away from the house. You know what I'm saying? When this shit happens, so I don't have no choice but to just run and try to get to the van. So yeah, that was my experience. I think that happened last Friday. That's when that happened. And I know you'd be like, you need to find another motherfucking job. They don't pay you enough for that shit.
They don't.
They don't. They don't. But I mean, it pays pretty decent, and it's hard for me to find another job that is.
He was bleeding.
Yeah. Well, shit. At least I didn't have no broken bones this time.
my point.
And back to that, with the broken bones thing, I did hire an injury, or I didn't. I don't want to say I hired him, but I got an injury lawyer. Shout out to my man Kurt McMillan. I graduated high school with him. He's an injury lawyer in Aliquippa. So he was going to actually be able to get me a fairly decent settlement had things went to a certain way. But come to find out, these motherfuckers whose house I got bit at and broke my ankle, they did not have homeowners insurance. So I could have, sued them civilly. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you ain't really got the paper to pay X amount of dollars a month for homeowners insurance, you're probably not gonna have any money to pay me.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to put something up. That car, you're gonna have to put
I
something
didn't
up.
have shit. I was in the hood for real. I was in McKees Rocks. I was in Stowe Township, and where I was delivering was at in the hood. So that area kind of for real. You like, if something goes down, it might not be too good for you. So like if I would have been in Swickley or some type of shit like that and it happened, you know what I mean? I probably would have been paid. But that's not how it worked. But yeah, so last week, like you said, I got chased by a couple dogs again. It probably won't be the last time, you know.
You're absolutely insane. That's not something that I could possibly deal
Yeah, listen, you don't even want to you would not be able to do it simply because you don't want to lift shit and take it places.
with. It ain't even that. I don't want to be out in the elements.
That I don't mind so much.
You crazy as hell.
I do not. I don't mind that so much, especially when it's nice days.
Yeah, but I mean, where we live at, it's more not nice days than nice days.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, the wintertime is kind of fucked up a little bit, but
Winter, it's raining. You know what I mean? Hailing.
I'll take it. I'll take it over sitting at a desk.
No,
I
sir.
can't do a desk job again.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a desk job.
But you're indoors. You're in a warehouse. There ain't no motherfucking windows. Like I don't want to deal with that.
There's not, but I like what I do. I literally like what I do. I don't work with a lot of people. I can mind my business and stick to myself like I like to do. I get paid pretty well. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know. I really don't have nobody over my shoulder micromanaging me. Now, I do got to watch because our supervisor will, come over and, we're not allowed on our phones and stuff like most jobs.
Not mine. I could be on my phone all day.
I mean, you
No, all day long.
kinda.
What you mean, kinda?
Like, you're not even allowed to look at your phone if you go in one of the ones with a camera.
That's true.
Okay,
But just
then.
because I can't look at it doesn't mean I can't be talking on the phone though.
Yeah, but even if it was the ring and you like, let me see who that is. Like, up now you're getting a road right up.
Not necessarily a write up. You'll just get hit for a distraction, and it may lower your
Okay, so
your
yeah,
your performance score for the day.
there's penalties. I mean, for the most part, my supervisor will be like, "Hey, put that away."
But I'm not going to get rolled up. You're going to get rolled up in too
Not,
many.
not necessarily. I got rolled up one time about my phone, but that's because I got caught on that motherfucker like 3 times in 2 days.
See, see, you're breaking all the motherfucking rules, man. Follow the fucking rules.
Not all the rules, just that one, and I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. Um, but I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was
Did
wrong.
you sign your write up?
No,
No.
no.
Why?
Because what the fuck I'm signing that for?
Because you're wrong, like you just said. I'm wrong. Here's your write up. We need you to sign this.
Okay, well, when it come back, you're gonna have to prove that I felt like I was wrong.
Oh, so you never admitted to them? Yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been on my phone
No. Why would I say that?
because you got caught.
I don't
So
care.
okay, so when you got caught, how did it go? Like your phone was just out on your desk, or whatever the
I
case
was,
is.
I was scrolling. Yeah, all 3 times scrolling. So I was wrong. I was, but I still wasn't signing that write up.
Yeah, I never signed write ups. Just like like tickets, I prefer like if I get a speeding ticket, they'll be like, this isn't an admission of guilt. It's just saying that you'll promise to come to court or some bullshit like that. And I'm just like, yo, I don't want to sign that.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I did sign a write up one time, but it was about attendance, and I'm like, I don't know. I felt like it was some BS for real because I had like they told me I had like 18 points, and I'm like, how? I haven't even been here for 4 months. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I left, I had vacation time, so it's like, yo, you can't get points if you have vacation time because you're gonna use your vacation time to avoid getting points.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It was just like, and I was just so mad. I was just like, whatever, give me the paper. I signed it.
And that's something else. Like I'm glad I don't have.
I was like, I'm done with this.
That's something else. I'm glad I don't have to. Like you have a set amount of vacation days, sick
And that's
days
terrible.
that you
Yeah.
get. See, at my job, I accrue them. The more I work, the more hours I get.
Now, I like something like that. Yeah, ours isn't like that.
Right. And so since I work on 4 10-hour shifts, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the days if I have something to do, I'll just kind of move my schedule around.
Right.
So when I do accrue enough vacation days or whatever the case is, and it's like, all right, it's my off day, I'm gonna go ahead and use my vacation day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I still get paid, and it's like, yo, if I got something to do, I'll just move a day over.
Right.
So that's why I like it. That's an advantage to it. I mean, you get your benefits and all of that good shit that the job has. So it's not a terrible job that I do.
Sounds terrible.
It keeps me in shape.
I
Hold
can
on,
see
hold on,
that.
hold on. Let me back up. I don't want to say I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? But it keeps me active.
Yeah, when you broke your leg, you had gained all that weight.
I gained a lot of weight.
Talking about me, like you broke your leg, you about to gain weight, and I
Yeah,
didn't, but you did.
yeah, I did. So I was like, shit, I gained like damn near 20 fucking pounds in fucking 2.5 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I still haven't completely lost it all, but I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the weight I'm at now, 175. I'm teetering between like 175, 178. And I'm cool with that. 180 is the biggest I've ever been.
Oh well, I'm 180 now.
See, but I mean, you had a baby, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's expected,
Uh,
you know. But you know what I'm saying. You're trying to get your spring summer body back, right? I know you be at the crib working out. Are you getting a membership? You gonna get it?
do because I am. I refuse to just let myself go. That ain't it. So
Are you gonna get a gym membership, or are you just gonna be
no.
chilling, working out at home?
Working out at home. I ain't about to be going to nobody's gym.
Why?
Why? One, just the time to travel there and the time to travel back. Like I got kids and things to do and responsibilities. Like I
But it's
don't,
24 hours.
and
Go to Planet Fitness.
no.
Kids asleep. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, I mean, you have kids old enough that could babysit.
Yeah,
So it's
I
like, hey,
did.
you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go for, out to, and then it's only right out there at Beaver Valley Mall.
Yeah, but that's still 30 minutes out of the time. Like I'm not doing that. And when my baby sleep, for the most part, I'm sleep. Like what? I still gotta get up early in the morning and go to work.
You should do it right after work.
I gotta be there to pick up the kids.
What time? Okay, what time daycare close?
I don't know what time they close, but I have to be there to pick them up by 4.
Because
The
they,
way my work schedule is, they only
okay,
cover
all right, right, right. There's only a certain amount of hours they can be there. So if it's like 7 to, what is it, 8 hours, 10 hours, some shit like that.
10 hours.
Okay.
So I pick my kids up at 4.
And y'all don't have a gym at your job either.
We do.
There you go. Like, what the fuck? You could.
I mean, but that's not paying for a gym membership.
That's true. So I mean, you could work out at work at least.
Yeah,
Do you do it?
yeah. On
Oh,
lunch break.
okay.
But I just like the elliptical. I'm not lifting no weights and all of that. The dudes be down there lifting weights.
So it's like you eat unhealthy for lunch and then go down there and try to work it off.
No, usually if I'm gonna work out, I don't even eat lunch because I can't work out on a full stomach.
Speaking of that, that's where I spend a lot of money. Like I spend so much money on food.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Especially being out delivering, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're like, well, why don't you just pack a lunch? Like, yo, it'd be hot in them vans, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't want I just don't want to eat a fucking old ass sandwich. I don't want to say old, but I'd rather just stop and grab something. It's a lot more convenient if that makes sense.
How could it possibly be a lot more convenient? When half the time you're like, man, ain't no sheets around here.
I know, right?
Eat. Like it's been more often than not where you cannot even eat because you're not even passing by anything.
I'll find a gas station though. If I really want to, I'll find a gas. Because usually, for the most part, I'm usually in the same area.
That's not convenient when you could just have your food right here.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, I don't want like. I mean, room temperature sandwich is cool. I mean, let's say for example, I have leftovers. I ain't got nowhere to fucking warm this bitch up.
Okay, well, yeah, like you said, you can have
Like,
sandwich.
yo, I want some spaghetti. I got leftover spaghetti or a leftover whatever that I have to heat up and I can't.
They got car lighters in there in the van.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got lunch boxes that you can warm up. I got one.
really?
Hmm.
Yeah, that seems like too much work.
How? All you do is plug it up.
Yeah, but then I got all these packages and shit all in the front, in the front and all of that. Like,
Plug.
It's just easier to stop
Places.
at Sheets or 7-Eleven, grab me a slice of pizza, you know what I mean? Sheets, grab me some fries, a little sandwich or whatever the case is. What my real problem is I have like sweets and pop. And if you're listening to this from another state or whatever the case is, pop is soda, if you don't know. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, they do.
Only certain parts of the country say pop.
Yeah, but they know what you're talking about though.
Maybe.
They're like pop. I've never heard of that.
Listen, when I first moved here, we never said something about pop. And I moved here, when I was young. But coming from Maryland, it was soda. And never called it no fucking pop. So I can hear they talking about pop. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
So you had no idea what it
I had
was.
not a single clue. But then when I moved here, I'm fucking like 7.
Yeah, so that's different.
Right. But anyway, that's just a little bit about how, my last job experience went as far as dogs. But it doesn't scare me or deter me enough to quit. It doesn't. Because next time I'm hoping if something fucked up really happens, maybe it's gonna be my payday.
Yeah, but then it could be like now you don't have a face or your leg is missing.
And see, if it were to really come to that, honestly, for real, then it's like if these motherfuckers are gnawing on me and biting on me all crazy, I'm gonna have to use, I'm gonna have to really defend myself.
I mean, understandable, but
I'm not about to sit there and get chewed up.
I mean, I feel you. I hear you. You said that before. You ever got bit?
Okay, so listen, when people ask me about that, they be like, "Dang, I thought you had your, you know what I'm saying, your joint," and I'm like, "Listen, that shit happened so fucking fast." You know what I'm saying? There was like no fucking way to
But I
to.
mean, for example, that could have happened just as quick with the two dogs. You know what I mean? Now you done fell, you on the ground. You just didn't get ate up because they chose not to eat you up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, that's dangerous to me. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean, people when I'm delivering to people and they tell me like, "Yo," they're like, "Yo, be careful." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks," and try to be like, "No, seriously, you have a really dangerous job." And I never looked at it like,
Yeah, that's
"Damn it, this is
scary
a
to
really
me.
dangerous job."
Yeah, I mean, my job can be dangerous too, but more as if I don't wear my PPE, I can be like electrocuted and shit like that.
Yeah, see, I never have a worry like that.
But I don't worry because I'm gonna wear my PPE. I'm trained properly and I'm cool on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just like, oh, don't touch the wrong wire or you'll be electrocuted. Like, no, I have proper.
Has there ever been a time where you forgot to wear it?
Oh,
Never.
hell no.
So what's the worst injury you've seen at your job?
This lady is missing a couple fingers.
From it happened at the job?
Yes, and one lady is missing
And that didn't make her quit?
fingers.
Like, damn, I lost 2 fucking fingers. I'ma still work here.
Yeah, nah, she got it paid nice from what I gather. And
Oh, she got like a settlement check for that?
yeah, hell yeah.
And she
And,
came back.
yeah, and another dude cut off his pinky or something like that, and I think he got like 13,000 for like the tip of his pinky or something like that.
13,000 for losing your pinky.
Not the whole thing; it was just the
Yeah,
tip.
the tip of it. Okay. I mean, I'll take that.
Not me. I want all my digits.
I mean, half a pinky or a tip of a
All
pinky,
my digits.
it's not gonna hurt you too much. Like,
I
what
want
do you think you really need the tip of your pinky for?
uh for the reason that why do I have one in the first place?
I
Like,
don't
what do you
know.
mean? I want it.
I mean, you can go without certain parts of your body and be okay.
You could go. It's people that was born with no legs and they still kicking it, but I'm not gonna be like, you know what?
No, they're not
I'm gonna-
kicking anything with no legs.
Yeah, they is.
What the fuck are they kicking with no legs, Candy?
I don't mean physically.
I'm just saying. I was being a dickhead.
Being rude.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
just
what I'm
saying.
saying. But I want all my digits. I don't. You know about the. I don't want no amount of money. Like, yeah, I'll lose my being. Like, nah, I'm cool.
Listen, for the amount of money that I was told that I probably could have gotten, that was worth an ankle break. 100%. Let's say if it was $50,000
Hmm.
that I was going to get,
Hmm.
do you feel like that's worth it? I mean, you broke your ankle for free.
Yeah, I
You
did.
didn't get shit.
That's true. I mean, that's true. But
I
I
mean,
broke
I
my
did too.
ankle. It wasn't the terror of being attacked, having to run, getting bitten, like jumping off of shit. That wasn't my case. I was literally just walking and boop, it broke.
That's even worse though.
Then not really. Then I was off of work for 4 months. Like you had 8 weeks, 10 weeks back at work.
But I got paid though.
I got paid too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is right. You did get paid.
So it's like, and I got twice the time. Matter of fact, I got more time off for breaking my leg than I did for having a baby.
Ain't that some shit? That's
That don't
amazing.
make no sense.
And you didn't have to have surgery for breaking your ankle.
No, I
I
did
did.
not.
I didn't either.
No, I did not.
So you had a major surgery, of course, with having a baby because you had a C-section,
Hmm.
and you got what 2 3 months, 2 months, 2.5.
2.5 months. Yep.
And when you broke your ankle, you got 4.
Yes, 4 months. I had 16 weeks off.
So you were off from no. You was off from November to March. I was off from September to. I think I went back in December. So it was the end of September. I think it was like September 27th when I broke my ankle, and I thought I would go back like after Christmas break. After Christmas break, like I'm in school or some shit.
No,
But I thought I would go back like after Christmas. Nah, I went back like 2 weeks before Christmas.
no, you couldn't even walk right.
I know, right?
They didn't care.
They didn't give a fuck. Listen, so when I go right, when so when I go back, you know what I'm saying, they give me like a nursery route my first day back. Like my first couple days, nursery routes is like they give you a lot less stops and packages. So like after them first 2 days though, they was like, yeah, nigga,
Yeah, it wasn't even a
back
full.
to back to 180 stops, motherfucker.
I thought that was messed up.
Yeah, and I tried to
Now,
play it off.
what would have happened had them dogs chase you when you got right back?
I'd have been fucked.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have
It's
been fucked
like,
up. I'd
I
have,
don't know.
because when I first went back to work, there was no running.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't running no fucking where. I tried to shoot around, playing basketball with my kids, and like even trying to shoot jumpers, and just jumping a little bit was like excruciating pain shooting through my ankle.
Yeah, see, that's not cool. That's just these jobs in general. They don't care about you. They really need to treat their employees a lot better. Um, you know, uh, they really don't care, and they don't care about what you got going on in life. They just want you to be like a robot. Like you better not get sick. You better not have life happen to you. You better not get hurt. And that ain't right. They need to do better, but we know they not.
Nah, because you're replaceable.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like you had somebody pass that recently that you
Yeah.
worked with,
Yep.
and they pray,
Lisa Barnes.
and they cleared her shit out,
Yep.
cleared her desk or whatever the case is, her locker, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna replace her with somebody else.
Yeah, and yeah, you're absolutely right. And ain't waste no time either. It wasn't even a full week.
Yeah, of course.
When-
We need somebody to fill this position now.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry that you died. We'll have a moment of silence for you at work, real quick, and then move on.
But they act like they weren't even gonna do that.
They don't give a fuck.
I was like, wow, this is
And how
messed up.
long? Do you know how long she was there?
I really don't, but I know she was there for a long time.
Longer than you, and because you've been there what 5 6 years now.
This year will be 8.
8 years. Okay, so you've been there for 8 years, and she was there a lot longer than you, and they were like,
Oh
"Yeah,
yeah,
sorry, bitch, you're dead."
yeah. She was there for a long time.
Yeah, and that's why I take my days. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about calling off. I mean, I do give a fuck because you need the paper. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, when I call off, I don't be like, oh man, they're gonna fire me or they really need me or some type of shit like that. Like, listen, it'd be days that they do need people. Like, I'll get a call like on a Saturday or something like that. And not that I say that I would go in, you know what I mean? But usually on the weekends, I be having,
Stuff to do.
you know what I mean, shit to do that I didn't do throughout the week. So, but I'm quick to be like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. I'm not,
Right.
I'm not coming. Oh, y'all need people really bad?
Not my problem.
Yeah, right. But the company that I work for, because it's not directly under Amazon, you know what I mean? It's like contracted through, through other, somebody else. So my paychecks don't say Amazon on them. You feel me? But they're a pretty good company to work for. They look out and I feel like
Wow.
I feel like
They
they
give you
do.
barbecues.
I don't know, right? Shout out to my job. You know what I'm saying for
The barbecue.
having a barbecue on Friday. And because of the barbecue, they tried to get us done early. So, you know what I mean? I usually work for the most part 10:30 to 8:30 around that time. But I got done at 5:30 because they were trying to hurry up and get us back. You know what I mean? So we can enjoy the barbecue. Food wasn't actually bad. There were no sides.
Oh, well, that's
It was all meat. Meat. They had the, pops and
bread.
bread. I mean, as far as like buns and hot dogs, hot
Oh,
dog buns and, hamburger buns.
and what did they have?
They had hot dogs,
Okay.
burgers, ribs. some pork shit that some dude was making. So I didn't stay long. I was the first person back. When I was the first person done delivering and to get back. So by the time I got there, I mean, it wasn't a lot of people there because everybody wasn't finished. So listen, I'm cool, with coworkers and all of that type of shit. But it's like, yo, we're not friends, we're not buddy buddy. So I'm here. I ate a couple things, bullshit a little bit, and I was probably there for about a half hour, and I left.
Yeah, I
You know what
feel
I'm saying?
I got a few people at work that I am cool with, but the majority of we're just hey,
I
you
don't
know,
know anybody's name though.
really
No,
nobody.
I mean, like the people who work in like the office part of it.
Any of that.
And there's a few people that I know personally. You know what I'm saying, that I know from around the way.
Oh, okay.
That. But like, I don't like. I recognize faces, so
Mhm.
I'm not calling people by name. I'll just go up to them and start talking to
Hey,
them.
what's up? Right.
I'm not gonna be like, hey Bob, or you know what I mean, hey Ryan. Nah,
I will. I'll be like, hey, so and so.
nah, hell no, nah. And that's cool. And I don't think they really know my name either, and that's fine. I'm
At my
cool with
job,
that.
everybody know my name. They were like, "What up, Candy?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are
Then
you?"
don't wait. Didn't somebody call you Candace? Like
Yes,
Candace, what's going on?
the older people, the older ladies, they just
What you say? I know your name isn't Candace, but I'm gonna call you Candace anyway.
speak for me.
Yo, that's really disrespectful. Like, bitch, you know that's not my motherfucking name, and you just gonna call me that any fucking way?
And it's a black lady too. Older
Damn,
black lady.
damn.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna do me?
I don't fool with her.
That's fucked up.
It is.
See, the niggas need to stick together at work.
Yeah, they do, but because it ain't a lot of us, but they don't. And me personally, I don't hang with a lot of people anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
You're pretty much a loner.
yeah, people be clicked up and all of that.
Yeah, I
Even though
feel that,
we're older
and that's
and
that.
stuff,
That's why I like
by
my.
myself.
That's why I like my job, though. You know what I'm saying? I see these people at the beginning of the day, and I might see a couple of them at the end of the day dropping, the vans off. But other than that, I don't. I see y'all motherfuckers for a half hour.
I mean, it doesn't bother me that they be clicked up and I do my own thing. That doesn't bother me at all. You know what I'm saying?
You just minding your business.
Basically, and there's really no in between. Either they like me or they don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah,
I'm 100% cool with that.
I
No
can dig
problem
it.
with it.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? My job itself, I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy building motors and stuff like that. Like I like it.
So like you said, you built motors. This is like, you know, what you do is you build stuff to like save people's lives and shit.
Yes, yes, and I enjoy it.
I still don't feel like it. Listen, if what I'm doing is saving people's lives, you need to pay me like I'm
I
saving people's
agree.
lives.
I agree, and I do get paid decent for living in Beaver County. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel you. Right,
But
right.
overall, I definitely think that it could be worth more. Like, you know what I mean? We can build uh one item, you know what I'm saying, and it's worth $98,000.
Mm,
So it's like this is worth $98,000 to you, and overall, I only got paid $100 to build it. Like, what the fuck?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. And then like I remember talking to you before, and a lot of jobs do this shit. It's like, hey guys, we fucking we profited $1.5 million this
This
quarter,
quarter,
and
yeah.
y'all gave me a T-shirt and 2 slices of pizza.
And listen, we got a T-shirt and no pizza, so
See,
you're absolutely you're absolutely right. It is a little it's like they don't really give you a lot of incentive to wanna
yeah,
wanna work
right.
hard, basically.
So we had a meeting with some of the Amazon people, as far with the drivers. We had a meeting with some of the Amazon people,
Hmm.
and basically they wanted to see what it is that they can do better, to make our job a little easier.
Hmm.
And some people have brought up like there should be an option to tip us. Like how they have like Uber, Lyft, and all of that type of shit, or
Hmm.
I don't know how DoorDash works or nothing like that. I've never ordered DoorDash.
Hmm.
They say that shit's expensive, but anyway,
It is.
and people were talking about that. Like,
That's a good idea, I
I
think.
think it is a good idea.
I mean, they have the ability to negatively impact your performance.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
So,
people have done that. There's been customers that have done that, and it's like one girl, I think they said she had like 7 negative customer feedbacks, but it was all from the same customer. You know what I'm saying? So when they start seeing stuff like that, like they'll investigate it and be like, yo, like you're just giving this driver, or it could be different drivers, you know what I'm saying? But this particular driver, it was the same driver, the same customer that was always giving them negative customer reviews.
and at that point, if they investigated and found out that that customer was not accurate on their reportings, it should have been like, okay, Now you're falsely accusing, this person of such and such. You are no longer eligible to order from Amazon.
And then it's like, yo, I got a negative remark like unprofessional, and
Like,
I'm like, yo, what did I do that was like?
so what did you do?
I don't know because they don't say what it is that you did.
Who the customer doesn't say what it is
No,
that
it's
you
like I guess there's like a little survey or something after they get their package.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it'll say like, yo, how was the delivery or whatever the case was, and I guess they have certain options of what to choose from. Like for example, you may have in your notes delivered to my side porch,
Mhm.
and if I deliver it to your front door,
Mhm.
then I'll get marked for that.
I mean, but I can understand that.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes, because sometimes where they want you to deliver it to isn't so safe, especially at nighttime. Like in this time of year, it's not so bad. Like around 6, 7, 8 o'clock, because it's still daylight. But fall, wintertime, when it's getting dark at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they want it delivered, to the back of the house, and you don't know what you're walking into or around. You know what I mean? But they do give us these head flashlights.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yo, a fucking head flashlight.
And I order from Amazon all the time. I need to go on mine and adjust mine because sometimes I do be mad 'cause I got a pretty big porch,
You
and
do.
they will just sit it right on the ledge. Like it's
Now you
raining,
could you
getting soaking wet. I'm like, yo, you couldn't at least put it on the, you know what I
you can
mean?
put that in your notes though.
More further on the porch. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Now
you can
they're
do that.
telling me
You
to
can
use
say, hey, like, please put package in the far right corner of my
right.
porch.
I'm
I
gonna have
don't
to
want
do
it to
that.
get wet. Like some people will say, put it inside my screen door.
Uh-huh.
But what we aren't allowed to do is we're not allowed to put them in mailboxes. We are not allowed to do that
Why is that?
because we're not
Post office?
yes, we're not mail carriers. So they're the only people who are allowed to. I believe they're the only people who are allowed to put them in mailbox. I just know we ain't. And if we do, it's like a federal offense or some type of shit like that. Yeah, yeah, we're not allowed to do that. So people do have in their notes, please put in mailbox. And it's like if they come back and be like, hey, he didn't put it where I asked him to put it at, then our company will fight that and be like, we're not allowed to do that. So then that's not a hit for us.
Okay.
But what I did see not too long ago is I dropped a package. I don't know if I told you about it, but I dropped a couple packages off to a house, and I was somewhere in McKees Rocks, and there was like these kids. They were teenagers probably, and I don't want to say they were following me, but they were walking down the street, and my stops are pretty consistent. My stops weren't too far apart, so I had dropped a couple packages, and I noticed the kids they were sitting across the street in like this field. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not thinking shit of it. So boom, I turn around, I go around the corner, bust left to go around the corner, drop another package, and I'm walking back to the van, and I see I think 3 or 4 kids were running with packages that I had just dropped off.
That's terrible.
Right. So, they say if we're supposed to take a picture of the packages to show that, we
Delivered it.
made the delivery.
Right.
But so I had called my dispatch and let them know like, hey, I just watched these kids
Snatch these packages.
that
I
I had
just
that I
delivered.
just dropped off. Just to make sure like, yo, I don't want to get dinged for this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how when they said it was all good, as long as you take pictures, then you're good. But let's go ahead and get into the topic.
All right, cool.
Real quick, you know what I'm saying? We already damn near 40 minutes in. But I know me and you we were talking about the substitute teacher
Uh-huh.
that had got into the altercation with the student.
Uh-huh.
And I believe, do you remember where that happened at? I think hold on, let me see, check it real quick. That happened in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Yeah, Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So I'm sure everybody knows about this, and we're just going to talk about our opinion on it and how we feel, and you know
Right.
how other people were, what their opinions were of it. Um, so let's go ahead and play a clip really fast of just a news clip on what happened. Hold on.
Right now at 6, Rocky Mount police are investigating after a fight between a substitute teacher and a student. It was all caught on video. Thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. This fight was caught on a cell phone camera by someone in the classroom. Since then, people have shared it more than 800 times on social media. WRO's Destiny Patterson explains this all started over a cell phone.
It started as an argument over a confiscated cell phone, and it quickly escalated. The scuffle ended with substitute teacher Xavier Steele and the unnamed student on the ground. Steele hands appear to be pressing down near the student's head, and the student screams. It's not clear why Steele took the student's phone.
The cell phones has got no place in class. And then you're going to go up there and jump on a teacher or fight a teacher. That is wrong.
WRAL obtained the district's cell phone policy, which says she was within her authority to take it if the phone was visible or the student was using it. The district's assistant superintendent says the employee has the right to, quote, reasonably restrain the student if they're attacked and can defend themselves to the point that they are free of the threat or attack. Betty Atcherson is also a substitute teacher.
If you have not gone into a school recently to see how the kids act, you would just be totally surprised at the disrespect some of them can render.
But she says it shouldn't get physical.
As the adult, that you have to try to contain yourself.
While police are using the word assault, they have not announced any formal charges against either the substitute teacher or the student. The district says that Steele has been working as a substitute teacher since last school year, and because the police and the school district are investigating the incident, at this time it's not clear what the punishments would be, if any at all. Destiny Patterson, WREL News, Rocky Mount.
All right. So I did read that that both were charged, the student and the substitute teacher.
Why would the teacher get charged?
I mean,
A minor? 'Cause
I guess.
you hit me, or you know, what I mean, I should be allowed to protect myself. I don't feel like the teacher was wrong.
So
I really don't.
it says police charged both the student and the teacher for a fight at Rocky Mount High School, North Carolina. First happened on Monday in the classroom, and video of it was posted on social media. Ms. Steele, substitute teacher, was charged with simple assault.
Which
So
is
it
crazy.
does. It's not saying what actually
I
the
still think
student was
that's
charged
crazy
with.
to me. Cops will be out here killing kids and they don't get charged with nothing. This girl done came over here and tried to assault me, and I'm getting charged with anything at this point. And I feel like, don't get me wrong, as adults, I do feel like, you should be able to conduct yourself in a certain manner. But at the same time, the little girl was feeling froggy and she leapt. And you know what I mean? Now you mad because you didn't got your butt toe up. I don't know. I don't know. You can't just do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be consequences to your actions. And I feel like, a lot of them be like, oh, well, you ain't allowed to do this. You ain't allowed to do that. Like, no, call your mama and let your mama handle it.
Yeah, and also, you know what I'm saying, I've been looking at some other YouTube videos about teachers and students getting into it and teachers getting their asses whooped. You know what I'm saying? The substitute teacher in this point, I know we were just looking at a video not too long ago. She was talking about a teacher had a gun pulled on him. Another teacher had like her face kicked in, or that type of shit. You know what I mean? And it makes me a little nervous sometimes because my mom had retired. My mom was a second grade school teacher.
She was my teacher. Shout out to Miss Pettis at the time.
Yeah, Miss Pettis at the time, Miss Cobb now. Shout out to my moms. But yeah, and I don't want to say the district was like really rough. Yeah, I don't think y'all had too many problems as far as, elementary. Even when you were in high school, y'all didn't really have a lot of, probably some fights, but with yeah, and you need to also still talk into your microphone.
I thought I was.
There you go. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Whatever.
But well, like I was saying, my mom was a teacher. She was a teacher for damn near, I think, 30 years almost. Something around there. She had retired right after the pandemic, but I think she was just getting bored. So she went back to sub. Just kind of pass some time. Make a little bit of extra money still at the time, but so she's back to doing that. My mom's a little older now. My mom will be 65 soon. So to think about, this happening to her, she's a substitute now, but she says she refuses to sub at the high school, or anybody's high school for the most part. So she pretty much just stays at the elementary, but I still think about, some of these, fourth, fifth, sixth graders, you know what I'm saying? And, it could be pretty big kids, you know what I mean? And for my mom to take some kid's cell phone or try to discipline a kid or, tell them, hey, no, you can't do this or you can't do that or whatever the case is. and to have a student like rise up on her, you know what I mean, and invade her space and put their hands on her, whatever the case is like that. Now, I wouldn't expect my mom to really fight it, a student, you know what I mean? Like, my mom isn't a big lady and she's not a confrontational lady or anything like that. I wouldn't say that she's just going to let somebody just beat on her, but as far as actually like defending herself and trying to fight back, really, that might not happen so much. So it's just like, those are things that cross my mind when I hear about things like this, but when in schools, with teachers, substitutes, whatever the case may be. But so how do you feel? Do you feel like the teacher was justified?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now a lot of people on social media were saying she was wrong. You're never supposed to, hit a student, or, what else was the fuck they saying? They were just calling her out. Like, she was saying she's been getting death threats. Miss Steele, that's her name, Miss Steele. She's been getting death threats because of this. And it's like, what do y'all really expect these teachers to do? First off, also, you seen the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
See the cakes on that teacher?
No,
She had some chick. Them cheeks was shaking.
I didn't really notice that part.
I did. Well, see, the video that I saw was like the uncut one, like they weren't blurring anything out. Like when you look at it on YouTube and everything now, they got her ass blurred out and shit. But a lot of people's like, damn, she ain't got no drawers on as a teacher. That's what it looked like. I don't know if she had a thong on or what, but them cheeks was out. I ain't never had a teacher like that. Have you? Have you ever had like a real fine like male teacher?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, in high school, or what is it like when you got to college?
School. He's still fine. I don't say his name though.
Oh, jeez. Was he the actual teacher, or was he a substitute?
He was the actual teacher.
Oh shit.
He's still fine.
So how did he have to like fight the little girls? I mean, they were talking junior high, so it probably wasn't too much. High school, it would have been like a different story, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I've had teachers that have fucked high school students.
I hated that class because it just wasn't a subject that I was into. But
You just like to go to see him.
Just, ooh, me.
Look at that.
Ooh, me.
And you would see, look,
inappropriate or not.
it doesn't matter.
He was just fine.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it matter whether or not he was inappropriate?
Well, I'm just saying, like, you always be talking about motherfuckers being pedophiles and shit.
Yeah, but he was never inappropriate. It was never,
he was never inappropriate.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay. I thought you said like what you were doing was never inappropriate.
I didn't do nothing inappropriate.
You didn't go and like
answering the questions.
rub on his, rubbing his shoulder or nothing, go up to the
No.
desk.
No, it was never nothing.
Hey, Mr. I was gonna say Mr. Smith, but I think there's a Mr. Smith that really works there.
Yeah, it wasn't Mr. Smith who worked there, and that is not what I'm talking about.
I feel you.
But yeah, he's still fine.
But yeah, so they was also saying like, these teachers are able to like put kids in certain kind of holds, or basically just defend themselves when a student does shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I agree with it.
So what do you feel like she was wrong in the wrong?
No, I don't feel like she was wrong. Some people feel like her sitting on the little girl, she's screaming basically like, please get off. But the substitute teacher, Miss Steele, she's yelling, somebody go get a teacher. Somebody go get somebody else. Cause like, she didn't.
They're recording it.
Yeah, she didn't want to get off this girl. And then, so like some of the comments was, she ain't got no drawers on. She's sitting on this little girl's back or face, head or whatever. She got her pussy all on her, all on her head and shit like that.
So what? She didn't know she was gonna come to school and have to fight today.
Right. But I think we had a conversation before, and if I remember correctly, they saying like, or I was told some years ago, basically like hitting a teacher, putting your hands on a teacher is like, damn near is the same thing as hitting a police officer.
See, and I didn't know that, but I mean, it should be.
I agree.
It should be. I don't know. I just feel like she was in the right to defend herself, and I'm not saying in every situation, you know what I'm saying, that is warrant for the situation to escalate in that manner. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, but just in this one in particular, and then it's like all over a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
give me my shit.
That's just disrespectful right there.
I mean, because all kids now, my kids tell me, I don't know so much about the elementary school, but the high school, my daughter would tell me, I guess there's certain times in school that they're allowed to be on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing kids walking around with headphones. Like, when I go pick up my daughter from school, I see kids wearing headphones and, that type of deal. So it's like, okay, maybe at some point in time at the end of the day or lunch or whatever the case is, they're actually able to be on your phone. Because you know how hard it is to, especially, with the technology and all of that we have now, the watches, to stop kids from completely using cell phones like that. It's not like when we was in high school.
I mean, but it could be like literally you come in my class, you turn in your phone. It's like your Nadia and my son Trey are in that computer science
They
class.
have to do that?
I think they do, yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I think before I had text Trey, he was like, yeah, they had took the phone when I got there.
Okay, yeah, because Nadia usually texts me like saying she's done. And
Mhm.
for me, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it might be a little bit before, you know, the scheduled time for them to be
I
done.
feel like if that precedent is set in the beginning,
You have to turn in your phone.
yeah, if that
But you know,
precedent,
you'll have your kids still who are like, yeah, I'm just going to act like I don't have it.
I mean, that is true too, but then that's even more, reason for me to confiscate it when you're on it
Right,
because,
right.
you know what I mean? It shouldn't even be no fight. As soon as you walk out the door or get ready to leave, you grabbing your phone and you leaving.
Mm,
I just want to be respected and you not on your device while we in class.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't feel like that's asking for too much.
I agree. I agree with that. Um, yeah. So no, I don't feel like she was wrong. I don't feel like she should be charged either,
I
though.
don't either.
You know what I'm saying? For simple assault,
I don't either.
you know, I don't. I think they said she resigned or she quit teaching or whatever the case is. And it's like, first off, I do know that I don't know about as far as across the country, but I know here, they're having a hard time finding teachers. And when shit like this going on, it's going to be harder for people
Yeah,
to
nobody wants to
want to
deal with
be a
that.
teacher. That's like motherfuckers who don't want to be cops anymore.
Mhm.
And I understand why. You know what I mean? But like she was Miss Steele was saying, and
Why don't they want to be cops anymore?
I mean, nobody. First off, some people I talk to is now depending on where your police officer at. Like I think Pittsburgh police officers get paid pretty well. But like when you're at Alcoa or Hopewell, fucking Police Center Township, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Much.
yeah, them motherfuckers ain't getting fucking for. And you're talking about if I'm gonna go out here and put my life on the line, you know what I'm saying, for motherfucking goddamn $13, $14 an hour.
That's all they get paid.
I mean, I don't think it's nothing significant. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're making like, you know, listen, for me to put my life on the line every day, yo, I'm gonna need damn near close to six figures.
You are putting your life on the line every day,
Okay, and I'm gonna need paid like I'm doing this.
but you don't.
Right. So and that's probably why motherfuckers don't want to be police in certain areas.
No, I'm talking about the job you work right now. We literally just talked
I'm not
about.
putting my life on the line.
You are.
I mean, I'm not dealing with like criminals and you know what I'm saying, trying to fucking apprehend people.
That is true, but
You
they are
know.
putting you in bad neighborhoods with packages, never knowing somebody could try to rob you, take your stuff. You're getting attacked by dogs. Like, yeah, to me, that is literally putting your life on the line every day.
But I'm like when they put me in the hood, I'm extremely comfortable.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more nervous when I'm in, like not even so. I mean, kind of, sort of, because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna run into a Karen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't want to deal with that shit. Yeah, even though I did have a time where I thought I was like, yo, it's really about to happen. I'm really about to run in, I'm about to have a interaction with a Karen, and I was kind of like excited a little bit.
You're weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm about to fucking cuss this bitch the fuck out. It was a lady. It wasn't a dude. Dudes are usually, I don't have any issues with dudes really. I don't have any problems with anybody, honestly. There was this one lady, that I delivered to, and this is kind of off subject a little bit, but I could tell it wasn't anything like that was gonna break or anything like that. Like it was an envelope. It seemed like it was a shirt or like some pants or some type of clothing, and I just like lightly tossed it, and I didn't know like there was a lady like sitting in her car, and I didn't because I was like some apartments, and I didn't know I was delivering to her house. She was like, I'm glad I didn't have anything in there that could break. And so like when somebody's like being smart towards me at my job, like I just don't say anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't say anything at all. Like I'll just look at them and then I'll just keep going about my way. But she was like just steady trying to egg me on and get me to, she wanted a response from me. And I'm like, yeah, you're not about to get, because all they want to do is then they're going to go complain, put something in the fucking notes and all of this shit. Like I was,
Unprofessional.
I was unprofessional.
Yeah,
I was
got
rude.
a couple times from my mouth because listen, I don't bother nobody, so don't bother me.
I feel that. And then, like I said, at my job, you know what I'm saying? I don't. Most of the people, I would say, 99% of the people are really nice. But for the most part, I don't even see people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after a certain time, maybe like after like 4:30,
People are home.
5 o'clock, yeah, they'll be, especially on nice days, they'll be outside, you know what I mean? And they'll just take their package from me directly. But earlier on in the day, like I don't see people because, everybody's at work, but yeah, I don't believe this teacher should be charged. I feel like everybody should be able to defend themselves regardless of where they are. But it's like just because you're a kid or you're a minor, you feel like you can do certain things and there's no consequences for it. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if this young lady, the student, suffered any injuries behind this.
Even if she did,
No, I feel you, but I'm just saying I don't know if it was that serious that she had, like a bruised,
I bet you she'll think twice.
bruised ribs.
On the
Maybe,
boat.
maybe,
She will.
maybe. Some kids out there just don't give a fuck. But again, like we had a conversation not too long ago, maybe yesterday, I think, when we talked about the parents who were like, "Oh, this bitch would have had to see me." You know what I'm saying? I'm coming up to that school. You know what I mean? Me and that teacher, we about to get busy. We gonna get it on. And it's like we were saying, like, yo, that's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, does your kid rise up on you like that? As a parent, if you're listening to this and you're one of those people who are saying, that teacher would have had to see me, I would have went up there, we would have had to fight. If your kid was to do this to you, because you're trying to discipline your kid and they're like, nah, fuck that, you know what I'm saying, and they're being rebellious, how do you feel about that? Or is it, it's a little different because you're the parent?
And that's probably how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? I would just imagine, like, yeah, but that's my kid though. Like, and I get that, I do, but at the same time, you know, you never know what somebody else's reaction is gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody is not gonna have that. Oh, this is a child, so I'm gonna let them do what they want to do type deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not everybody. So I definitely think I honestly believe that little girl learned a lesson.
Now, a little off subject again, but you know how like we've had, countless amounts of school shootings over the years. You know what I mean? Just you can't even count them. I mean, you could, but it basically there's been a lot. And they start to have discussions about should teachers be allowed to have firearms in the classroom in case something like this happens. Now I've seen some school, they had like I think they were like proposing it and having like lock boxes or whatever for these guns, and a code had to be put in to actually get these guns out of this safe or whatever it was. But when you have an incident like this, and there's a student who's getting physical with the teacher, now let's say it's a big black kid, it's a 15, 16-year-old black boy.
It's like, oh, I was afraid for my life.
For my life. And he may not even got physical with you. He just may have,
Rolled up on you.
Yeah, and been talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now you're talking about you fear for your life, and now you shoot this kid. So some people are for teachers having. I'm not for it. And I had to talk to my kids about this. How they felt about that.
It's a slippery slope.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I can see it. Simply for being prepared, like you were saying, in an event where a school shooting were to occur.
Right.
But I can agree with you. I could see that definitely being used out of context. You know what I'm saying? Not for its intended purpose.
Right.
I can see that.
And especially in predominantly, well, first off, I haven't ever heard of a school district that was predominantly black
having a
that have school shootings. I'm not saying it's never happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not common though.
Because I talked to one of the guards or one of the security guards at the high school, and this was like during the Hoke school shooting that we had here in Western Pennsylvania. And I was saying like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, a lot of white folks, they'll be talking shit about these black schools and the fact that they have to go through metal detectors and have their bags checked and all of that type of shit. But have these schools that have these type of occurrences, these school shootings, and maybe if they had metal detectors and having their bags checked and shit like that, maybe this wouldn't happen as much.
Isn't even for detecting school shootings. It's more a violence upon the students themselves.
Right. And the security guard that I was talking to, he was saying first day of school, he found a gun in a kid's bag, which I thought was really scary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, was it just something that you were trying to show off, or were you coming up here to try to do something to somebody? Like, because you figure the first day of school, summer's just ending. Did you have beef with somebody throughout the summer? And it's like, all right, this is where I'm gonna catch him at.
I don't see that because where we live is so small. I can ride past your house in 5 minutes.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yo, I know I'm gonna get him here though.
I don't know.
Maybe it could have been I'm gonna get him directly after school. Maybe not so much in school.
That could be it.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had an incident like that with a couple football players, and Somebody brings a gun to the school, cocks it, puts it in the kid's face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, scary shit. Real scary shit. But one of the things I tell my kids, I preach to them very often is try your best to be aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be paying attention. And that's not just in school, but like anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like, you out at Walmart, the mall, a fucking fast food restaurant. I'm not telling you be paranoid and just be looking around all crazy, but you want to be aware of what's going on. Because look at people's body language and that type of shit. If some shit don't look right, it's probably not right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's probably time for you to get up out of there or, move someplace a little further away, whatever the case is like that. But like even with me, man, like I refuse to go anywhere without some sort of protection. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what's gonna happen out this motherfucker.
That's true.
You just never know. Motherfuckers be feeling like they say, look, I could be in church. If I'm in church, there's going to be some type of protection very close to me. A funeral, a wedding, a christening, what the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? No matter where. Now, if I'm in a place, you know what I'm saying, like, where, like I said, if you go up to the high school and you're going to a basketball game or any kind of event at the school, whether it's football, basketball, whatever the case is, we have to walk through metal detectors. Clearly, you're not going to be able to have certain things at these type of events. But if I am able to, get my choice of weapon into a place, it's coming with me. And then also, like, I mean, this was some years ago. It's been a while since I've been in this particular bar, but it was a time where it was like, yo, I would go to this bar. You know what I'm saying? I knew they would want me and all of that type of shit. And maybe I'm assuming they were just half-ass doing their job, which they should get better at. Maybe they have new people at the door. I don't know. I haven't been in there in a long time. But it was just kind of a place where you kind of never knew what was going to happen. Not that I have any problems with anybody or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But you just never know. But what I would do is I would always wear my boots. I would always wear my Timbs when I would go to this particular bar. And especially like if it was, fall, wintertime, I'd have a hoodie on, some jeans or whatever the case is. So what I would do is I would take my gun completely apart. I'd put one piece in one boot, another piece in another boot, and then I would put the plastic part in my hoodie. And I would walk in, saying they want me or whatever the case is, pat my waist or whatever, like I said, half-assed doing their jobs, because if I was in there to do some fucked up shit, that would have happened.
Right.
And I'd go to the bathroom, go into a stall, put that motherfucker back together, put it on my hip, and, now I'm chilling. But then I started thinking if this is what I feel like I need to do to come into a place like this,
you really be there?
I probably shouldn't be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that I didn't go in there. I haven't been in there since, really. You know. So yeah, but that was how that went. But yeah, man, we've been on here for a little over an hour, and like I said, it's been a while since we've done the show, just me and you. Usually we have some guests, and we're doing it by video. But today we just wanted to do something, just straight audio, no video with this, and just to discuss something that had happened. Well, I think it was about a week ago, or something like that. I know a lot of people have been talking about this on social media. It's kind of been a big topic. We're a little late on it, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just kind of I need to. I try to be more consistent doing these shows. I really do. You know what I mean? But life is being thrown at you. Sometimes on work schedule, I pick up extra days, so I don't really have the time to do them like I like to. I would love to do them. If I can't do them every week, I like to do it. And I say this all the time. I like to at least do it twice a month. In the same day. But like I said, life be happening, and it's not always easy to do those things. But I still want to do shows as much as we possibly can, especially the one-on-one shows, when it's just me and you. The other shows are cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing that. But when you want to have 3, 4, 5, 6 motherfuckers on the show, you're trying to get everybody scheduled. Hey, does 6 o'clock work for you? Does 8 o'clock work for you? How about Wednesday? And it's like, if you got 5 people, 3 might be cool, 2 is not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I mean, you got anything else though?
I really don't. I just really wanted to touch base on that, whole teacher thing, and wanted to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like teachers, administrators, people like that should be able to defend themselves when something like this happens.
I
Now,
do have more to say, but I want to save that for another show.
as far as,
Not this instance, but I want to talk about the U.S. dollar.
oh
I
yes,
want to talk about them putting a vaccine in our uh,
and our
beef
food.
and cows. Yeah,
Oh yeah, now I seen some shit yesterday about
they're supposed to start that this month.
making chickens from like cells,
Yeah.
like not eggs anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're creating chickens.
I wanted to talk about the disaster going on in East Palestine.
Yes, with the
Down to us.
with the train.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's affecting us as well.
right.
So there is a lot of stuff that I did want to talk about.
Well, you know what to do. Put it in the notes.
Yeah, I want to save that for another show.
Yeah. So remember, speaking of chickens, you remember when they was talking about you remember like the chicken wing? I mean, chicken wings are still pretty expensive right now,
Mm-hmm.
but they were like, "Yo, there's a shortage on wings."
Mhm.
Like, but there's not a shortage on there's not a shortage on chicken.
It's not shortage on legs. Like,
Yes, themselves just like just the wings. Like
it should be 2 wings.
that's what I'm saying. So like, what the fuck? Because legs is still cheap. Dark meat is still cheap, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't eat that.
I do. Why the fuck you don't eat chicken legs? That shit is good. You don't eat. You eat thighs. You
Mm-mm.
don't eat breast either.
Yeah, I eat.
You eat breast, so you don't do dark meat. That discrimination.
I mean, I'm sorry.
That's fucked up.
That's just how I was raised. So I like what I like.
That's a shame.
I ain't hating on nobody because they do eat it. Just don't be hating
But
on
you
me.
hating on the dark meat though.
No,
I feel a way about that.
I'm not hating on dark.
You don't eat it. Why? Does it really taste that much different?
Yeah, it do.
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It's all from the same goddamn animal.
So what?
All of that shit tastes the same.
Okay, so you gonna eat chitlins because you eat pork chop?
Different.
No, it's all from the same animal.
Shit is coming through there.
It's still all from the same animal.
It smells terrible. That's the
Still.
insides of the animal.
It's still all from
No,
the
come
same.
on, man. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Don't matter. I can see if nobody
I
ate
eat-
chitlins, but they do.
I'll eat bacon. I'll eat pork.
So then-
Actually,
So then your argument of it all coming from the same animal
no.
is not right.
Okay, chitlins. Okay, thighs, breasts, wings, legs, like that. All of that shit pretty much tastes the same to me. It's chicken. You know what I'm saying? But bacon, pork chops, chitlins, and all of that. Those are 3 different fucking tastes.
I'm just going off of what you said. It comes from the same animal.
Okay, but I tried to clean it up some.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, when you talking to me, you have to be more particular and watch what you say.
That is true.
Because I'm going to take you literally.
God damn. But you should know me better than that by
No,
now.
you
Tonight,
should
I
know
have to
me
take
better.
everything that I'm saying literally.
You should know me better than that.
Yeah, that
You're
you're gonna
trying to prove
nitpick
a
everything.
point. Yeah, if you're trying to prove a
I
point,
literally
then-
trying to make a point. I have to break everything fucking down to Candoria.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so she doesn't get to pick my shit apart.
Yeah.
Cause that's what she'll do. She'll sit here and punch holes in my shit.
No, it ain't punch holes. I'm just finding the ones that you left. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But yeah, I really don't eat dark meat.
I haven't had pork chop in over a pork chop in over 2 years.
Well, not me. I know I had pork chops one time this year. I used to eat them very often, but I don't anymore.
I really do miss it though. I don't think there's anything wrong with having one every now and then. Because some motherfuckers be eating that shit a couple times a week. You damn it, aren't you the pork? Don't you do pork chop salad?
Yeah.
I've never had a pork chop salad.
I love a pork chop salad, and people be laughing at me like.
You put fries on it too?
Honestly, I prefer mini tater tots.
Ugh. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
They are so good. They still give you the crunch of the potato, because fries get soggy real quick. As soon as you put a little dressing on them,
I mean, you gotta fry them bitches hard.
they still soggy though. They still get soggy. You use the mini tater tots, they still be crisp, but it still give you that potato taste. You gotta try it.
You put ranch on them?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, speaking of like the fries, because people will listen to this podcast from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Different states. I'm actually in a few other countries too that I've seen, which was pretty cool. I think it was 6 other countries out besides the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But Yeah, so for people who don't know, like, putting fries in your salad is like a Pittsburgh thing. I don't even want to say a Western PA thing. I think it's like more so just a Pittsburgh thing.
Really?
I believe they don't do that shit. I remember one time I went to I went to a restaurant and I think I was in like Jersey. I was someplace. And I wasn't in Pennsylvania. And I had ordered a steak salad. You know what I mean? And I asked, do fries come on my salad? And they kind of looked at me crazy. They're like, I mean, we can give you some fries on the side, or you can put it in your salad. But people don't really understand how good a chicken or a steak salad or any type of thing like that, gyro salad, and have fries in it.
And see, I'm real picky about that though, because a lot of times they just when they put them on your thing, they already soggy, and I don't like that sogginess. You know what I'm saying?
When
So
they put Okay, I mean, if you're gonna get a chicken salad or something like that with fries on it to go, and they're putting it in a little styrofoam container and they don't poke holes in it or whatever, yeah, all that moisture and shit in there is going to make your fries
yeah, but
a little
sometimes it
soggy.
depends on what kind of fry. Like me personally, when I'm putting fries on my thing, you know what I mean. I'm cutting them myself, and I'm making them a little thin because I like them to be crispy. I mean, you go some places and they got these big old, you know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
fries, and I don't
I'm
like
I'm
that
I'm not a big fan of the crinkle fries
on
like
your
that.
salad.
Yeah,
I never had that.
yeah. I'm not like the ones that you buy like
Yeah.
the grocery store or whatever. I like the shoestring fries. Shoestring fries are that's what I rather have on or fresh cut potatoes to put on it like that. But
That's what I'm gonna do every
the
time.
the crinkle fries is a no go.
I never had them on my salad, and I don't even know where I seen the tater tot on your salad. I seen that somewhere, and because I kind of like croutons a little bit.
It's all right.
I just like the crunchiness of it. I
Gotcha.
wouldn't necessarily say the
Bacon bits? Do you do bacon bits?
yeah, I like bacon bits, but it's not a necessity. It's not like I can't eat a salad without bacon bits. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
See, oh, go
But
ahead.
I
My
like the
fault.
crunch of croutons. Now, what flavor I like, I don't know, because I just don't eat them that often. But I do like the crunch. That's why I like the tater tots because it gives you the crunch, but you still get the potato.
Do you like permanis? Like, do you like the fries on your sandwich?
How about this? I've never had.
Don't tell me you never had permanis.
I have, but not like they make it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't want that. Uh,
Like you don't want like the coleslaw and the fry. What I mean? I understand that people. First off, a lot of people don't like coleslaw and to put it on your sandwich, that's like, But to actually try it, it's not that bad. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not really something that I like to go and order every time I go. You know what I mean? There's other things that I like there. Their pizza's actually really good.
never.
You should try it.
That's a lot of places I don't eat.
You're just a picky motherfucker when it comes to food.
I'm not really.
Yes, the fuck you are.
Wow.
Candy. Okay, I want you to let the audience know what it is that you eat when you go to Wendy's. Let our listeners know, and don't just tell don't just tell them what you
because I like my nuggets well done.
like. What the fuck? Like,
What is wrong with well done nuggets?
I've never heard a single person say when they're ordering fucking chicken nuggets. Is it just from Wendy's you do it or everywhere?
I don't really order nuggets from anywhere else.
You don't go to McDonald's and get nuggets. Okay, but I've never heard anybody besides you ordering nuggets say, "I would like my nuggets well done."
Well, I can't be the only person because when I said well done pop up on the screen, so they got a whole
Oh.
button for well done.
That I didn't know, and it's probably just a motherfucking something that they just put up there, and they like motherfucking bitch. You about to get what the fuck we give you?
It's not because I know the difference between regular and well done.
Right? Because you said they even smell different.
They smell different. They smell like hot grease. They do. They smell different, and they're crispier. Like you can get nuggets sometimes, and they be all right. You know what I mean? But they be like crisp. I can tell the difference.
All right. So when your nuggets aren't the way that you want them to be, what do you do? Do you take them back? Do you eat them, or you're like, yo, y'all didn't
Yeah, I'll
make
take them.
these the way I want it?
Most of the time, I try to check my food. Sometimes I'm lazy or I don't order it a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm not about to go through all of this.
So you never get like room temperature, because sometimes you'll get some fries and be like, yo, they're not warm, or some nuggets they're not really not that warm.
No.
So every
When I
time
order my nuggets,
them
I
bitches
want
be
them-
piping hot
Yes,
every
exactly.
time.
Yeah. Sometimes they be like, can you, I'm gonna need you to pull up to the
We
front.
have to wait. So they have to put fresh nuggets down specifically for you.
If
Yeah,
they put
listen.
nuggets down or if they redrop them. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
way.
true. That's true.
There's really no way.
What
for
I
me to
used to
know.
hate, and this was years ago. I think I was a freshman, so this was like 2000. So like I was working at Burger King. This is when the first Burger King that we had in Aliquippa I used to
When
work
people
at.
ask for no salt on their
Oh
fries,
my
or
God.
you drop French
Listen.
fries and then they ask you for some salt.
Oh my stars. So it's like, yo, a fresh fucking batch of fries just came out and we salt them. And then the motherfucker come through. I would like fries with no salt. So I'm like, God damn, motherfucker, now we gotta take and then that burger, I don't know how other fast food restaurants work. I worked at KFC too. Uh, but I know Burger King had like a timer as far as, trying to get people out, out of drive through. So I was like, yo, you fucking up our time, man. We trying to get motherfuckers, ordered and get you the motherfucker up out of here. So I was like, yo, now we got to take more time to drop more fucking fries and not salt these.
Just for you to get up there and ask for salt.
Yes.
But the only thing is, though, these restaurants, especially now, I feel like everything is really pricey. And then you get it and your food is just not right.
Listen,
Like, come on, man. I don't care about your time. I'm paying for this food. I don't care if it's only a $5 biggie bag. I don't care.
but they
I
do
want.
because they have a quota to make. Like, we can't have you in the drive through for X amount of minutes.
I
We got to
don't.
get you through here.
I don't care. They'll say that, and now you giving me some old fries, or these is the last bit from the last batch, so they still a little warm, but they don't taste fresh. No, I want fresh fries. You know what I'm saying? I want fresh
I
fries.
mean, I feel it, but like me and my son after the my daughter's flag football game. Shout out to the Aliquippa girls flag football team. It's really exciting to watch. For the people who are local residents, you know what I'm saying? If you ever get a chance to go check out one of these games, they usually have 3 games going on at one time with different teams. It's really, it's really fun to watch. These girls are very competitive, very athletic. If you get a chance, go check them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, and they're always on Sundays. Sundays at 3 and 3:45. They play 2 games every Sunday. So if you get the chance, I know you went to one.
Mm-hmm.
You went to the
one that was
the
in
first
Ambridge.
game, the one that was in Ambridge, and you agreed these girls are pretty,
Yeah,
pretty athletic. They can actually,
entertaining.
yeah.
But honestly, I can't keep up because it's with it being more than one game. It's too much stimulation for me. I don't know
Oh
where to
God,
look. I don't know
pay
who.
attention to the team that you want to see.
Yeah, but they be announcing stuff, so it's like I'm trying to watch this team, but they announcing what's going on over here, and like I can't. You know what I mean? My brain
For
can't.
those who don't know, Candoria Leaire has a very hard time concentrating on more than one thing at one time.
I do. So it's hard for me to follow along. Like I'll be like, well, who is they announcing for? Because she did
All
not
3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like if it's a big play on field 3, they'll be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That was a great throw and catch by blah, 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 blah. And then they'll switch over. Holy shit. Or they won't say that, you know what I'm saying? But interception on field number 1,
And I cannot keep up. I can't.
I'm going to need you to do better.
How?
Just pay attention.
I do be paying attention.
It's not
That's the
hard.
thing. So I'm paying attention over here, and you talking about, oh, that's a great catch. I'm like, what? I missed it. Meanwhile, you ain't even talking about what I'm looking at. So
I got you. But before what I was saying and before we got into that, but like I said, go check out some of these games. I think that you guys will really enjoy it. I was actually talking to Bryson. Shout out to Bryson. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me because I had posted something about it after week 1, and he was saying that flag football is a really big thing in the South. And my brother, he lives in D.C. and he actually played in some flag football leagues. So he said it's real big, south of us.
cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm glad my daughter did. I'm glad they did this for the girls because Nadia has been able to catch and throw for a long time now. She plays softball. She's playing softball right now, but she's really not into it because, like, we've had discussion.
Exciting.
It's not exciting. I don't mind, like, as far as baseball games, like, I'm cool with going to games, but, like, watching it on TV, it's really not my thing. Now, I will during playoff time, you know what I'm saying, or, something like that. But to sit and watch a whole baseball game on TV, even when I go to a game, like, I'm there for the atmosphere.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The smell, the scenery, especially at PNC Park, because at PNC Park, there's really not a bad seat there. All seats are pretty decent. But Alfred, oh yeah, what I was saying, we were talking about food being expensive. Me and my son, shout out to my man Malik. We went to Burger King after the flag football game, and we weren't trying to get anything, a lot of food. We got
Shout out
we got 3 double cheeseburgers, a medium fry, and a cherry icy. That shit came to $15.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
So yeah, you get that $15 or for whatever you got to fry, and your fries is cold.
nah, yeah, I just paid 15. Yeah, I'm a little
Upset.
irritated.
I know I am.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's fast food. If you want your food a certain way, cook at home, etc., etc. I ain't trying.
Wait, which one of these motherfuckers is have it your way? Do they still say is that Burger King, McDonald's? I can't remember.
I think that's Burger King.
Have it your way. So, motherfucker, if you're telling me to have it my fucking way, you should make it the way that I want.
Either way,
I don't even know if that's their slogan still.
Me neither, but I don't care. I'm paying for it, and I want it to be a certain way. Like I'm not telling you to specially peel my fries skinny. You know, I ain't saying that. I'm just asking for some fresh hot fries with some salt on them. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay, so speaking of stuff like this, how do you feel about waitresses not being tipped?
Ooh. I
I know some people who refuse.
I don't feel no way about it. I mean, I will tip. You know what I'm saying? I will definitely tip, but there's times where I ain't tipping a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I think they want you to tip like what, 18%, some shit like that.
I tip what I want to tip.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I tip.
But you're not gonna be like, for example, you're not gonna go to Texas Roadhouse, your kids, you know what I'm saying? Let's say your bill is motherfucking $80. You're not gonna give her $5.
I mean, it depends on how my service was and what.
I agree with that.
Now, say nobody got no refills. I mean, you came over and was like, "Is everything okay?" And it's like, "Yeah," and that's it. But what you think you supposed to get from that?
Yeah.
Like you cook the food.
Last time I think I was telling you, I went to Applebee's not too long ago, and I'm a person now who likes my steak medium well. I know you absolutely hate that shit. You don't like to see any fucking pink whatsoever, but I do. I don't want my shit like leaking on my plate. But I like to see it.
I can handle sitting with somebody that's eating it medium well because you don't have stuff dripping on your plate. If it's blood swirling around on your plate and I'm seeing it, I
remember that one time Trey had all of that shit dripping on his plate.
That's what happened. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so this time I got it, you know what I mean? I wanted it medium well, and that shit came back motherfucking well done, like no pink at all. Like, and I know that's not the waitress's fault, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a little irritated. And I'm not a big fan of sending my food back and be like, yo, I need something else, you know what I mean? Because I don't know for sure, no, but they be saying like, yo, you do still like that, and they be fucking with your food.
Well, that's the chance I'm gonna take because I want my food like I want it. I'm gonna send it back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
wait. So the way that you like your steak is what?
Well done. What, from Applebee's?
Is that the only place that you like from Applebee's? Is like, okay, go ahead, explain.
Because from Applebee's specifically, I want it well done. I would like it filleted, and I want extra bar grill seasoning on it with onions, grilled onions, and mushrooms.
No cheese.
Cheese is cool sometimes, but I don't always get it.
So you want your extra seasoning on there?
It's like cooked on there.
But you don't want them like to give you a.
Listen, I have had them give me just like an extra cup on the side, but I would prefer that over just nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they'll just hand it out and it's like, yo, it's not even a speck of pepper on this meat. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it and see like you didn't put a speck of nothing.
Right, right.
So I would rather at least have that so I can sprinkle it on, even though I would rather it be cooked on there. Give me the little container if that's what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, it's like, yeah, I'm knocking some of your tip off of there. No, ma'am, because I know you didn't cook it. You ain't got no choice over it being well done or whatever. But if I ask for well done and you're bringing it to me and you see it's red juice on my plate, why would you bring that to me?
I feel you.
Why
clearly this is not well done.
Yeah. And then the one time I went and they was like, well, yeah, we'll take your steak back and put it back on the grill. It's red stuff swimming in my potatoes. You can take this whole plate back. I don't want this. What am I gonna do with this? It's red stuff all on the broccoli, all on the potatoes. I don't.
Now, when is the last time that you tasted a steak that was not well done?
I mean, it ain't been that long because every time I order a well done steak, it's not always well done. Sometimes it'll be a little bit of pink in there.
All right, so for somebody to order, like let's just say for example, we go get some food, and I'm like, I order my medium well, and I'm like, yo, just taste some of this. Yes, there's a lot of pink here, but just try it to see if you actually like it. Is that something you're willing to do? Not me in particular, but whoever that you know what I mean that you're.
No, I don't want none of that.
Just to taste it and try to see it.
I don't want none of that.
Just try it.
For what?
You might like it.
Okay, that's like me telling you try some chitlins. You might like it. It's a lot of people that eat.
Okay, first off, I can't. That's different.
No, it's not. It's a lot of people that eat them.
We're not slaves no more.
It don't matter. The point is, There's a lot of people that eat them and a lot of people that enjoy them. But you yourself, you like, I get that, but nah,
I just can't get past the smell.
I understand that. But there's people that will eat them and enjoy them.
Maybe if somebody cooked them and like I didn't know it was chitlins
I'm
and
cool.
it didn't stink, and I'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? Go ahead, let me try it.
I don't want to. And I mean, you know what I mean? It could be all right. But I am a very visual person and that does not look good to me. Now I'm like, my stomach is a little queasy. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what do they say that they're because it's not blood they say. I forgot what they say, like hemoglobin or some type of shit like that.
But that's
Soak that shit up with your
you
bread.
only got hemoglobin in your blood, so I don't know how you trying to figure that that's not blood. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
It was something like that.
Okay, so
'Cause that's like
it's not really blood.
I'm not trying to hear that. What is it? Hemoglobin. And if hemoglobin is only found in blood, so it's like you can't only extract the hemoglobin, right? So you can't have hemoglobin without blood. So I'm confused. What happened to the blood then?
I mean, that's like saying like when women squirt, it's like that's piss.
Well, I mean, that's what I've heard.
Do you believe it?
How would I know?
I mean, you're a woman.
So that don't mean I know what it is.
You don't know what you're spraying out.
How?
Okay, maybe this is getting a little too.
Like
I don't know, but it's
you
like
would know. You know the only way you would know it's X, Y, and Z is because somebody told you.
I mean, it doesn't smell like pee though.
Because it's supposed to be diluted. It's not just only pee, but there is pee in it.
So what else is the rest of the liquid?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess normal. I don't know what
Maybe we need to have a show about this. What exactly is squirt?
a show about it.
Okay, maybe not a show, but like a little segment. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, again, this is off
I mean,
topic.
what difference does it make? Like people like to get peed on, so it's like
Everybody doesn't like that.
I mean, but some do. So even if it is pee, like so what? Or it's like so you come to like this, woman because she does this, but now you find out it's pee. It's like I like it now. I already like it.
Mm, I mean, it depends. It's like if you're eating something and now you find out that there's fucking shit particles in it, you're gonna keep eating it.
I mean, I keep hearing that there's shit particles in the ice at restaurants, but it still be ice in my drink.
I mean, you can tell them no ice.
I know, but I like my drink cold.
Tell
And
them
I know that's crazy.
tell them you want a frozen cup.
I mean, for all I know, the cup ain't clean either because your hands ain't
That
clean.
is true.
That's how the shit got in there anyway.
That's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
like,
Cause you ever look at your silverware and be like, "Yo, this shit's dirty as fuck still,"
yeah, and I'll tell them, can I get some new silverware?
and they gonna bring out some more dirty shit.
That don't mean it ain't gotta look dirty. Now I might have some germs on it and I can't tell, but you can't bring me nothing and it look dirty.
But I knew, one guy in particular. I guess he likes to get peed on. I've never had that happen.
I've never got peed on, but I did pee on.
You peed on somebody. So okay. So how does that go? Like, you mean you kind of guys are just chilling and he's like, "Yo, pee on me," or "Hey, would you mind peeing on me?"
No, it wasn't even really like that. It was just like, I don't know. You ever like just be in the middle of it and then like the girl be like, man, I gotta pee. Like, hold up.
No, because I thought that like that function shuts down. I know
No.
for men it does.
Well, listen. Okay, so as I got older, I heard, like if you have to pee or you feel like you have to pee, don't, because that's not what that is. Okay.
Right.
But I was young at this point.
Okay.
I ain't even have no kids.
All right.
So
This was a while ago.
yes. So, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta pee. And then he's just like, well, just pee on me. And I'm like, wait, what? Like right here? Like, and it was really hard because it's not often, where you're just like peeing and it's not on a toilet or you know what I'm saying? It was definitely awkward. Not something that I feel like I would do again, but it is, definitely something that I have experienced.
All right. So speaking of that, I remember the first time I ever busted a nut ever in my life.
What?
Okay. I remember. I'll never forget it. And it wasn't like I was titty fucking. You know what I'm saying? I was young. This, this shorty, she had some pretty big, she had pretty big breasts. So I was like, I'm young as fuck. I'm like, 14, 15 years old, some shit like that. So this was just what was happening. So it was like, yo, this feeling came over me like I had to pee. And this, I had never busted a nut before, like ever, like not myself, you know what I mean, beating off, none of that type of shit. So like, you know what I'm saying, I'm on top of her and shit, you know what I mean. And this sensation of like I just had to pee really bad came over me. So I hop off, you know what I'm saying, boom, I run to the bathroom, like I'm, motherfucker, like it came out of nowhere. Like usually, you know what I'm saying, when you have to pee, is like, all right, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. Like it's a buildup of like, yo, okay, I gotta pee. All right, I'm waiting a little too long. I really have to pee now. But it was like instant, like I have to pee really badly. So you know what I mean. I get off, and run to the bathroom and shit. You know, and clearly I wasn't able to hold it in. You know what I mean, which I thought I had did. So I get to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? There's white shit all on my legs and on, you know what I'm saying, on my drawers and shit. I'm like, that's what that is. That's what that feels like. Holy shit.
So it feels like you gotta pee.
At that time, you know what I'm saying? The very first time, and I'm sure I'm not the only dude that had this experience where, you know, the first time he busted a nut, it felt like he had to pee. That's how it felt for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sound like it feels good.
not so true, because I will tell you one thing, and for the guys who are listening to this, if you want, because I'm going to go ahead and put this out on YouTube as well. It's just audio. And I might even do a poll question on it, you know, on social media. But sometimes, like that first piss of the day, a lot of times feels so good. Oh, it just feels so great. It does. It feels. Now I bet you there's some dudes out there who will be like, "Yo, sometimes when I piss, it feels better than busting a nut."
I don't even see how that's
I
possible.
guarantee you somebody will say that. 100%.
What?
Yes. You know, you ever have?
I learn
I don't
something
see.
new
I don't
every
know.
day.
I don't know how y'all body really works like that. But there's sometimes it's like I'm about to bust a nut and it feels good. It feels amazing. Like this is about to be a really good nut. And then it's like it was like wasted. I was like, yo, that didn't even fit. Like the build up, the feeling of it. You know, when I'm about to feels great. You know what I'm talking about. And then it's like when I actually do it, it was just like it was. The best way to describe it would be like, yo, it was like I shot dust or air or something like that, because I like really didn't feel it. And that's happened a few times, which is really weird. And I wonder why that happens. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no doctor or nothing like that. But it just definitely happened. And I'm sure I'm not the only male man who has experienced that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I can't relate. So I'm just over here like, wow.
I remember the first time I got squirted on, though.
Was you scared?
Like, I didn't even get a warning.
I mean, maybe they didn't know.
This bitch knew.
How?
What y'all women know whenever, because I've also been with women before who would tell me that they're about to.
I mean, but I feel like that's something that, like you saying, you've done before. You know what I'm saying? Because in my experience, I was like, yo, what the just happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, did I just pee on this thing?
I felt
You
like
know what I'm saying?
I felt like she felt like, and
So I wasn't aware, you know what I mean, that was even something that I could do. I was like, what in the hell is this? Is this real right now? Like I was like embarrassed. I just didn't know how to take it. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what just I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't comprehend what had happened. So, I mean, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
she was like,
Got him!
Maybe that is something.
but yeah. So like that's how I felt Shorty was when she got me. You know what I mean? She hit me with the Welvin. Got him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that's what she did. Like you knew this. I knew this wasn't your first time doing this. Nah, I just don't believe it.
Why
I
would
don't
you
believe it.
not?
She wasn't like no young bitch.
I mean, what is a young?
She was a grown ass adult.
Okay, I was a grown ass adult too.
So there's not like a feeling that comes over you that's different.
It was, but I didn't know what it was.
But
This
I
is the
think
first time I've
I
experienced it.
think she knew. I believe that she had done this before, and like didn't give me no type of warning or nothing like that, and just
Surprise.
got me in my face though. You feel me? Oh shit! I couldn't motherfucking believe it. I'm like, this bitch could have gave me a goddamn warning.
Nah, she was cool.
Yeah, fuck all of that shit.
Good.
Nah,
Probably done had a couple niggas get her, so she getting her
what
lick back.
got her out? See, what? That's not the same.
Why?
Okay, it's not like a dude. What is he doing? Just skeeting in your face?
Possibly, yeah.
How?
What do you mean how?
You have to stop doing something for that to happen. So it's like if you giving a nigga head and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I could see it being like, yo, he's not telling you when he's about to nut and he, nut all in your mouth or whatever the case is. But to nut in your face though,
I mean, yeah, but it could still be like, holy shit, like I wasn't ready for that. You know what I mean? You jumping back, not a shit everywhere.
are
Like I
are
can see
are
it.
are you annoyed if a man doesn't tell you?
And I mean, it depends on what's going on.
So like if you're performing fellatio
I'm pissed.
and the nigga doesn't tell you
Yeah,
that he's that,
I'm
but
pissed.
there's signs of it though. You know what I'm saying? Like the meat gonna get a lot harder, so you know it's about you know what I'm saying.
That's
You know what
true.
time it is.
That's true with some people, not everybody. And then too, sometimes you just know their reactions. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you. This is has to, clearly this is somebody that you have to,
Dealing with, yeah,
yeah, that you know.
And so
But like on some one night stand type shit.
I'm not even doing all that on one night.
But some women are. You'd be surprised. Some women is giving that sloppy top on the first night that they ever meet a
I
nigga.
don't even know how to do it. What? Oh, what you talking about?
I don't do that. You one of them type of shorties that'll get ahead and then when it's his turn, you be like, yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
I think
Hey,
so.
bitch, I was just down this motherfucker for fucking 25 minutes, half hour.
Dude, I never told you I was gonna do this. Like when it comes to like talking like sexual with dudes and stuff, like I don't be talking a bunch of mess. I'ma do this. I don't do none of that. I
Okay.
can do this. I don't do none of
I
that.
mean, I understand because I'm not a big fan of, bitch, I'm going to tear this pussy up and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you're not, if your performance is not up to par, now you look like a dickhead.
See, and I'm not even ever really worried about my performance being up to par. It's
But guys should be. Because I know how women be, y'all. This nigga be all up in your group chat with your friends. This nigga talked all of this shit and gave me this motherfucking weak ass dick.
see, and I don't even be thinking that. Like usually the first, even the second time, I just be like, he didn't know what he was about to get himself into. I mean, like you get a pass. I will definitely
Okay,
give you a pass.
I understand that, and I've had moments like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, for the most part,
You wasn't ready. You didn't know.
majority of the time, I am pretty confident in my skills.
Hmm.
Okay, but not like overly confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm just confident. Like, yo, I know how to handle my shit. But then there was a woman that I had met before. It was like, yo, this bitch was like the pussy fairy. You know what I'm saying? It was like I thought, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna be able to handle the shit, and
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I get it, and that's
sir fucking prize.
yeah, that's normally how it goes. You know what I mean? So it's like the first time or two. You know what I mean? It's like I get it. You weren't prepared.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, at least give me another chance to redeem myself.
And I will.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, I don't know if they understand, like, but like, new pussy is different. You know, what I'm
Because I wouldn't understand that,
it's
but
I mean, I don't know how it is for y'all when y'all get new dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But like, once you keep fucking the same pussy for X amount of time, it's like, you kind of become used to it. Most of the time it's not going to end. Now, I'm not saying it's never going to end early. You know what I'm saying? You'll still have your times where it's like, you might only be in that bitch for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And, I know a lot of look your nostrils flaring and all type of shit. But it happens, man. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's just like, all right, man, he just gonna have to get you back next round or later on.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, I mean, ladies, if that happens to you, you got to give a man a chance to redeem himself. At least give him a second chance. I don't know if you know, 2 times in a row. I mean, that's possible too. You know, but if you 3 times straight, she's probably gonna cut you off.
I mean, it just depends.
On what? You're not about to keep fucking a nigga who's giving you fucking 3-4 minutes of dick every time.
I have.
Okay.
I mean, but I like the nigga a
So sex isn't. I mean, if you really like him, that outweighs how good the sex is.
lot.
This is completely gone way off of from
I ain't
a
gonna say.
substitute teacher.
I'm not gonna say it outweighs it, but
I'm sorry. This is usually how when it's just me and Candy. This is how like shit usually goes. We'll have a topic or two, or whatever the case, and then it just goes way off of like.
yeah, I don't know how we got to this.
I don't
was gonna
either.
Talk about something else. So chances are it was you. But I'm not gonna say it outweighs it. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it outweighs it, but You know, I ain't just gonna cut you off because I like you. You know what I mean? It might be something else that I like about you, or you know what I'm saying? I don't
You just
know.
like the way he makes you feel. You feel all warm and fuzzy inside and shit when you see this nigga.
Well, you know. So
Butterflies. When was the last time you had butterflies from a man?
it ain't been that long ago.
Holy shit. Like every time you see this nigga, it's like butterflies.
It ain't been that long ago, and I just, try to stay away from this person because that is just the common sense leaving from out your body. That's what that is.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I don't get a feeling like that often at all. Now, when I see certain people, certain women is like anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
fuck,
doesn't sound good.
right? Or it's like I see it, even if it's not a certain shorty. You know what I'm saying? And I see a car that look like hers. Like I just feel like it's like just some feeling comes over me. Like, and I'm not saying it's like a feeling of butterflies. It's just like I said, it's be more like anxiety. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But yeah, we didn't got way off subject, and but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just kind of how things flow. I never have a script or nothing like that. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I had hit Candy up today. They'd be like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm off today. I ain't got nothing going on." And I knew, I had talked to her. She was saying she was off. So I was like, "Shit, mom, let's go ahead and hit a show. Let's just, let's bullshit and do something real quick." So, she was like, "Hey, you know what I mean?" And actually I was talking to my mom and I was letting her know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We about to go do a show real quick, you know. And she was like, "What's your topics?" And I was like, I really don't have any right now, we're just gonna kinda BS around and
See, your mom ain't gonna listen to this, is she?
I don't know. Listen, so my mom's my Facebook friend. She never comments, she never likes anything. You know what I'm saying? Like never, ever, ever. But at this
See, you're gonna have to cut this end off.
no.
You're good at editing. You're gonna have to cut this end off and then
Well, what I'll do is if my mom does listen to this, I'll be like, yo, like from like just listen to like the first hour if she's gonna listen to it. Now, if you want to listen to it, that's on you. You know what I mean? But things are gonna get a little raunchy towards going into damn near the second hour.
oh,
Because we're where we at. We're at a minute 42. I mean, I'm sorry, an hour 42 right now.
it's time for me to wrap it up because my little princess is making noises.
Okay. Well, since Kiora is starting to get up, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show. But again, man, this was I can't remember the last time we did when it was just me and you. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been.
But we got to do more.
Yeah, we do.
This.
I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? I've been out of commission for a little while, going through some things.
Yeah. I mean, shit happens. Life happens. So we get it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up. Leaire, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for um having the time to do this afternoon. Because this was short notice. It wasn't like this wasn't scheduled or anything like that.
Was I supposed to be at work today?
Yes, you were, and technically, I was also supposed to be at work, but yeah, they had me as an extra today, so I just was like, oh shit, I'm off. It's a pretty decent day, even though it was like raining and hailing and all of that shit earlier today. But yeah, we're good. You know what I mean? But we're gonna do this again soon.
Sounds good.
That's always a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah, I told you I got some things that I want to talk about.
Yeah, we'll do it. And if you want to, you know what I'm saying, we could, try to get some, a guest or two who is, more knowledgeable in certain things like that and maybe it'll break some things down for us on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a better understanding as well. Not only us, but the listeners too.
That's cool.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate it, Leaire, and don't forget to smile. It's a good look.
All right, y'all.